You ever wonder why some people just seem to be drama magnets? Like they're constantly tangled up with difficult people and in messy relationships? Well, it turns out it's often not just a string of bad luck. There are these unconscious things we do, behaviors that basically act like a giant welcome mat for toxic individuals. And the thing is, you might not even know you have it out. But the good news? We can roll that mat up for good.
Okay, whoa, that's a pretty challenging idea, right? It's the whole foundation of what we're digging into here, the idea that you are, without even realizing it, sending out an invitation. It's a tough pill to swallow, for sure, but really getting this is the absolute first step to changing that dynamic forever.
So that's the big question, isn't it? It's like you're walking around with this invisible sign on your forehead, and we need to figure out how to find the switch and just turn it off. How do you make yourself a hard target for manipulators and users? Let's dive into the 5 biggest mistakes that are keeping that signal broadcasting loud and clear.
All right, first up, we've got a habit that seems so harmless, maybe even polite, but it's actually a huge beacon for the wrong kind of people. And that's the over-apology trap. You might not even notice how much you're doing it, but trust me, it's sending a very clear message.
I mean, really think about it. Does this sound familiar? Somebody else bumps into you on the street, and you're the one who says, "Oh, I'm sorry." Someone cuts you off in a meeting, and you apologize for talking. This tiny little reflex, it's sending a really powerful and, frankly, dangerous signal.
See, what you're communicating isn't politeness, it's submission. It's like you're teaching people that you accept blame as your default setting, that any conflict that comes up is probably your fault. And to a toxic person, that's a wide open door. It's an invitation to take advantage of you. And what's so important to get here is the difference. The goal isn't to become some jerk who never apologizes. Not at all. Strong, secure people absolutely say they're sorry, but they do it when they've actually done something wrong. It's about owning your real mistakes, not taking on the blame for everyone else's stuff. So, how do you fix this? It's actually a really simple 3-step process. First, the next time you feel that "I'm sorry" bubbling up for no reason, just pause. Catch yourself. Second, get comfortable with the silence. Just stay quiet. Don't feel like you have to fill that space with an apology they don't even deserve. And third, replace it. Try something like "I understand" or "I hear you." It shows you're listening without taking the fall. Okay, so if over-apologizing is like broadcasting weakness, our next mistake is like handing over the instruction manual on exactly how to exploit you. It's all about what you share, and more importantly, when you share it. It's about giving away the keys to all your vulnerabilities way too soon.
You know, when you meet someone new and you immediately just dump all of your fears, your insecurities, your past traumas, you think you're building a connection. But a toxic person isn't hearing your story, they're taking notes. They hear your weak spots.
And they just file them away for later.
And they immediately start piecing together a map of exactly how to use your deepest wounds against you. You've literally just handed them the blueprint. Because here's what that oversharing really signals. It's not openness, it's desperation. A desperation for connection, to be liked, to feel close to anybody. And to an emotional predator, that scent, it's like blood in the water. You have to remember, healthy people build trust slowly. They earn the right to hear your story. And this leads us straight into a huge mistake. So maybe you've overshared a little, and now this new person is starting to show some questionable behavior. The real trap here isn't just seeing the red flags, it's explaining them away. It's making excuses for things that your gut is screaming is wrong. So how do you stop making those excuses? You need a clear, non-negotiable system. And here's a really powerful one, the 3 red flags rule. It really is this straightforward. 1 flag? Okay, you pay attention. Maybe they just had a bad day, who knows? 2 flags? Now you are on high alert. You are watching them very carefully. But the second you see that 3rd red flag, you're done. No more discussion, no more second chances. You just quietly walk away and protect yourself. And look, these aren't some kind of mysterious, secret signs. They are obvious patterns of behavior. If they gossip about everyone else, guess what? They're gonna gossip about you. If they constantly flake on plans, they don't respect your time. If they use jokes to put you down, that's not a joke. That's aggression disguised as humor. These are not accidents. They are billboards. Now, trying to actually enforce that 3 strikes rule brings up this massive confusion that toxic people absolutely love to exploit. It's this false idea that being a good, kind person means you have to let people treat you like garbage, that to be nice, you have to be a doormat. But let's be crystal clear about this. Kindness is not weakness. You can be the most loving, gentle person on the planet and still have ironclad boundaries. You can still refuse to be disrespected. Strength and kindness are not opposites. They are partners.
A toxic person will try to use your own goodness against you. You'll hear things like, "Whoa, I thought you were nice," just to make you feel guilty for setting a simple boundary. But the truth is, protecting your own peace, your own energy, that's not selfish, it's necessary. Because when you're drained and miserable, you've got nothing good left to give anyone else, especially yourself.
And this brings us to the final, and maybe the most important, way to turn off that invisible sign for good. Because the one thing that attracts toxic people faster than anything else is not having a life that is truly your own.
Think about it like this. If you don't have your own hobbies, your own goals, things that genuinely excite you, your life is like an empty house. There's nobody home. So anyone can just wander in, put their feet on the furniture, and trash the place. A toxic person sees that empty house and thinks, perfect. This person has nothing else going on, so I can take up all of their time and energy. So the solution is to start building. Start furnishing that house. Find one thing, just one to start, that is only for you. A hobby, a class, anything. Protect the time you set aside for it like it's sacred. Then add another. When your life is full of things that bring you joy, you stop being so desperate for someone else to come fill the void. People then become a welcome addition to your already happy life, not the source of it.
So look, the main takeaway here isn't to get overwhelmed and try to fix all 5 of these things at once. That's not going to work. The real call to action is to just pick one. One thing you can focus on this week. Maybe it's that you'll consciously stop yourself from over-apologizing. Or maybe you'll finally sign up for that pottery class you've been thinking about. Just start with one.
Because in the end, all of this, it all boils down to one single powerful question. When you start setting boundaries and building your own life and refusing to take the blame for things that aren't your fault, you are finally protecting the most important person in your life, you. And a well-protected person is the absolute last person a toxic individual ever wants to mess with.